Welcome back to Forgotten History. I'm Gunnar,
I'm Sunil.
And I'm Dean.
and today we are talking about the war between the United States and Mexico, the Mexican-American War, and California's deadliest battle that was in our backyard, less than 20 miles away.
Which was this Battle of San Pasqual.
According to the National Park Service, American success in the war solidified the belief in manifest destiny, confirming that divine entities had destined the United States to expand into a continental empire resembling the present-day nation.
Manifest Destiny is also responsible for the Louisiana Purchase, which was a big opener to Manifest Destiny. The United States annexation of Texas in 1845 was from a dispute over whether Texas ended at the Nueces River, which was Mexico's claim, or the Rio Grande River, which was the United States' claim.
According to History.com, on April 25, 1846, Mexican cavalry attacked a group of U.S. soldiers in this disputed zone under the command of General Zachary Taylor, killing about a dozen, then laid siege to Fort Texas along the Rio Grande.
According to Britannica, the first battle of the war happened on the 8th of May, 1846. It was the Battle of Palo Alto, the first clash in the Mexican-American War, fought in the disputed territory between the Nueces and Rio Grande River valleys.
Just a day later, on the 9th, there was the Battle of Resaca de la Palma. This battle resulted in Arista, an officer for the Mexicans, being defeated by Zachary Taylor. It was a grand victory for the Americans. Then, on May 18th, U.S. troops occupied Matamoros, Tamaulipas, with no resistance. More than 300 sick and wounded Mexicans were captured in the hospitals. Also abandoned were 5 spiked guns.
This is kind of seems the Americans are winning every battle so far. Doesn't it seem like that?
Yes,
They're too powerful.
the Americans had more power in this war.
Okay, well, from July 7th to September 21st, the U.S. Navy and Army started to heavily control areas of Mexico they captured to move more inland.
Then, on September 22nd to the 30th, the Mexican Army, led by General Jose Maria Flores Californios and Mexicans, retook Los Angeles.
On September 26th and 27th, Californios defeated and captured 24 Americans led by Benjamin D. Wilson, who was hiding in an adobe house in Rancho Santa Ana del Chino, near present-day Chino, California.
Keep in mind, Californios are like Mexican, basically rebels that were in California because they wanted to defend their state or their country.
The Californios were fighting for the Mexican
But
side.
they're not the same as the Mexican army.
Yeah.
They were helping them for the most part.
On October 7th, the Battle of Dominguez Rancho Californios, led by Jose Antonio Carrillo, defeated 203 U.S. Marines led by Navy Captain William Mervine.
On October 24th to the 26th, Commander Matthew C. Perry is defeated in San Juan Bastilla, Tabasco, by Juan Trecanes. Battle of Natividad, November 16th. Rancho La Natividad is located in
the Salinas Valley of California. So now we approach the part of the war that happened in San Diego, in fact. On the morning of December 6th, 1846, gunshots fired in the San Pasqual Valley led to the bloodiest and arguably most important battle in California.
Did any of you know any about this? Did you?
I kind of did.
I think I've heard about this once before.
Yeah, I thought it lasted for a few days or something.
I don't know. I think it was pretty short. I don't think so. I've heard about it, I think.
Oh, yeah. General Stephen Kearny commanded Americans, and Andres Pico led Mexican soldiers. The community of Kearny Mesa in San Diego was named after General Kearny for his significance to San Diego's history.
Kearny Mesa is a neighborhood down in San Diego, in North San Diego, so it's pretty close to Miramar and places like that. According to many historians, the Mexicans were favored to win the battle as they had fewer casualties than the Americans. Regardless, the battle's outcome led to American control in Southern California.
An estimated only around 20 out of 150 Americans died. Mexican deaths were even less.
So the Battle of San Pasquale happening so close to us. Like, that's wild, man.
It was pretty close.
It would have been bad if.
I mean, but it is kind of strange that the largest battle in California's history involved the deaths of less than 30 men.
Oh yeah, so also the battlefield of San Pasquale is currently in East San Diego County.
Between Escondido and Ramona, and it's next to the San Diego Safari Park for visitors.
By February 1847, Americas, under the leadership of future President Zachary Taylor, were invading modern-day Mexico's interior.
5,000 of Taylor's men were met by 14,000 of General Santa Anna at the Battle of Hacienda Buena Vista near Monterrey, Mexico.
On February 23rd, the main battle began. By the end of the battle, there were over 250-plus American deaths and close to 600 Mexican casualties.
Both sides would claim victory, and the war in the North ended from this point. The war was coming to an end.
After a few more months of America's campaign into Mexico, the war had reached September, and the Americans were at Mexico's capital, Mexico City. 20,000 American troops encountered 13,000 Mexican fighters of all ages. Some were even children, and a siege of the city began. By the battle's end, there were around 1,600 American casualties and 2,300 Mexican casualties.
The Mexicans were determined to win and fought to the very end. The Americans were successful in their siege.
On February the 2nd, 1848, the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed by Mexico's government, and the war ended.
The war resulted in Mexico transferring around 55% of its land to the United States, which resulted in the present-day states of California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and parts of Wyoming and Colorado.
The San Pasquale battlefield is now a state park in California that's open to the public, and anyone can actually visit it. If you want to go there, it's next to the Safari Park on Highway 78. So, what do you guys think would happen if this war didn't happen? Like, what situation would we be in today?
Oh, nothing really. It would have been the same kind of dude.
No. We wouldn't have California.
Oh, I forgot.
We wouldn't.
You wouldn't
We
even
would
be
be
here,
in
Gunnar.
Mexico. We would be in Mexico.
Why would
We
I?
wouldn't even be here. The butterfly effect is very predominant.
I think it is actually, but it's scary.
The war was not actually that many casualties inflicted. Unlike our last episode, the Chechen War, hundreds of thousands of people did not die. They lived.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in to listen our second episode of Forgotten History. And we will be back again sometime in the future. We hope you enjoyed and learned an abundant amount of information here. And once again, thank you. This is Gunnar Englert.
Sunil Muson.
And Dean Gross.